Hello and welcome to another dramatic reading by me and Zani84. Today we're doing the penultimate chapter of Super Sentai vs Super Sentai Another Exchange of Fear. Author's note, I think it's still a bit late for this, but at least it only took around a month. Hope you're not too mad for the rust part of this. Anyway, the continuation of previous chapters here, along with its conclusion. Chapter 29, Exchange of Fear. Taku could feel himself slammed right to the wall of bond as Hoji held him by his collar. The latter's face was filled with utter anger, while in the same room, Major and Chisato were also looking at him uneasily. Wait, what's the subject of that sentence? It's way too long. What were you thinking? Taku didn't answer to that. Apparently he only answers to his name. You left us in time of need and look at where it got us. Hoji continued to understandably. You're not sure if that's spelled correctly. Yell at him. Your friend is kept like that. You didn't even say a thing about this. And still more silence. Say something already. Jiraiya was equally frustrated when she moved forward to Takeru. What does Momoko mean to you anyway? A friend. That was all Takeru could say. He didn't show any fears or trying to make excuses, but gave an answer. He gave an answer nonetheless. And right after that, he could feel his face meeting right with Jiraiya's fist. But he still kept silent, only rubbing at his face a bit as he looked down at Hoji and Jiraiya glared at him as if experiencing one of the worst betrayals they had. And he couldn't blame them or make excuses. There were anguish on both men's eyes. It was natural that they felt betrayed like that. When he managed to take a glimpse behind the two, he saw at May and Chisato looking rather distressed. He knew that they probably could make things worse if they intervened. Remember when she's in trouble, risking her life to save the innocent and looking for you. Jiraiya was not that satisfied with the answer that he had punched Takeru out of anger. That's a bit of a confusing sentence. Aren't we a team? Weren't you and Momoko close, miss? She was your original teammate. Hoji, still consumed with his own anger, continued to interrogate Takeru. It's better have a good reason, Takeru, otherwise, to his surprise, he quickly got an answer. I have my reason. His answer was short, precise, but there was rather little emotion involved in his words, which didn't help calming the two men down. And what would that reason be? Enough to abandon us like that? Hoji continued. That Takeru bit his lips. He knew that something great was at stake, but in the same time, the burden of this situation was something he had to bear for himself. And that is why I only have one answer for this. That I cannot tell right now. I'm sorry. You! With that, Hoji's anger peaked and he raised his fist. And Jiraiya was about to do the same too. Where before he could swing his fist, someone held him from the back. Stop it! That's enough! Stop! He managed to hold Hoji back and attempted to pull him away from Takeru while Chisato did the same to Jiraiya. Let go! Both men yelled as the girls managed to pull them away, and due to the surprise, Hoji managed to let go of the hand that held Takeru on the collar. He's not going to take this seriously until Jiraiya yelled out, but it was cut short when his cheek received an impact from someone's palm swung from the other side by Chisato. And on the other hand, so did Hoji, courtesy of May. But that's twice, Hoji muttered. He still remembered the last time May did back to him when he berated Chisato for attempting to pull double duty between a Sentai warrior and a college student. While Jiraiya remembered that one time suspected melee due to a plot tailored by Mikoto. Until what? Chisato scolded the ninja. Technically he's also saying to the cop. And you think taking out your anger to him solves anything? Think I'm not mad how we fell into that and Momoko was captured? This is probably what they wanted, guys. They'd wanted to fight against each other over something like this. And I'm probably just guessing, but they're looking at us right now. Sven took a deep breath and looked at their martial arts leader. Taku, I'll try to understand you have some things you can't tell us right now. But please, tell us that you have a very strong reason to do this. Reason, Taku only muttered. He looked away. It turned out he missed a lot of things of this. And this costed the team, and Momoko was in danger because of this. But even then, he couldn't give away his excuse. No excuses or lies. He made up those when inquired about his past, stating that he was a model student beloved by many, and was caught red-handed, much to his embarrassment. He swore he wouldn't repeat it again. No more excuses. Even then, this wasn't something he couldn't reveal. This was something he couldn't reveal. I've said my word, Taku said in the mysterious way as possible. I have my reason for vanishing from you guys, and perhaps maybe again in the near future. I can't disclose the truth to you all, but if I can make at least one request, I want you to put at least your tiniest hope to me. All I can say is that what I'm doing may decide the outcome of our battle with Long, an immortal enemy that normally we can't kill. Why is that two separate paragraphs? I've mentioned Long and his immortality. Finally, both Hodes and I realise the most important thing. For me like that, whose sheer power made him always stay on the top. There's no read for further. Perhaps Taku really had to resort to some sort of secret technique that he couldn't tell to them as part of mastering the technique. Such statement managed to calm him down only at the level of logical conclusion. Okay, I'm not sure about the truth you're speaking, Hodes noted, though his eyes were not that of belief. But I'll take that gamble. Me too, Jiraiya added. The gamble being that you're actually working on something to defeat Long. Yes, I don't mind you still looking angry at Bat, Taku nodded and answered. After all, because the best Moko has been taken from us. So what do you do about Bat? What do we do about Bat Taku? Zato asked him because even she wanted some progress. How will we quick enough before anything could happen to Momoko? Well, that I can assure you one thing. Taku's words suddenly turned even beyond sharp. It was like there was some sort of destructive feel, a feeling of righteous vengeance right in his word, like he was just ready to kill. They'll be held to pay if they harm her. The aura power emanated around him, and everyone in the room was struck with shock due to how serious Taku was. Taku, both Hodes and Jiraiya, despite being the most vocal about complaining on Taku, but on to the most shocked this. He looked serious on this. Again, it should be about rather than on. And it was just then that he had to break the tension. Does anyone know where Melee and Mikoto went? It was then they realised the last two members were nowhere in bonds, and even Taku had a stumped face on realising how the two had been missed out this whole discussion. That's why he put me on between out and this. So that's my attempt to guess. Maybe they find the early argument to not be to their taste and left. Mikoto kept mentioning about his game. Meanwhile, at Vandora Castle, the unconscious Momoko was merely put inside a cage, much to the surprise of many of the bad guys, since it was Gasatoku who said such. Really, Skull Pie? Sibylina mocked. I always didn't like you. What the hell do you mean isn't my style? Gasatoku protested. I perfectly crafted this cage and several yokai bones I could gather. Gained a special power that at least prevent her to morph, and also other things later. Also, he bent to his sword. Everyone's calling me Skull Pile again. She's probably just asking why you're not tying her up and gagging her. Curious to note Bobby Yokai could start swinging his sword, but such statements instead caught him by surprise as he stopped. Trying to think that the Yokai call her a bunch of kinky demons. Not that I mind, it's still an effective restraint. Yeah, that crossed my mind too, Lamy added. And at that point, Gaston was starting to feel a bit awkward. When you're not tying her up, we did feel weird. Oh, it's only that. Gaston cautiously lowered his sword. So let me experiment on something new. True, at tying our victims up would have something we yokai did. What? Have been something we yokai did in the past. That was a confusingly written sentence. That's not what defines us. The batch looked to be unconscious Moko. Don't you worry. She'll wish she's just tied up in character instead of what will befall on her. Never unnecessarily on. Shortly after, the door opens both Abella and Lee will return. So then, how did it go? The army has to do. Well now, you can rest assured that everything is going according to plan, Bella said. Lee has created our newest trinoid and we saw it off. And now our game truly begins. Game. It's very good Winston Bella used the exact word game. Right afterwards, Legior's face started to pale and he started holding her head. Hey, what's wrong with you? Sibylina moved her and tried to keep her to stand. Sibylina tried to keep her stood up by holding her rather groggy body. Did you exert too much energy to create the trinoid? No. Legior shook her head. I just suddenly felt dizzy. Anything wrong with that? The silence filled the air in the castle, which means no one had any objections. And so, what are we going to do with the prisoner for now? Legior then stated something to look at Moko. We will need to keep her alive for our plans, Abella says he raised his hand. As such, several egoids came forward and lifted the cage containing Moko before walking away. If you feel bored, you can amuse yourself with her. Plan, huh? Yeah, I suppose you got something to ask about this plan of Abella? Kira suddenly added. Why don't we go ahead and amuse yourself with her? Treat it like taking the role of her one, making sure she doesn't escape. Just don't take what she said to you too much in case she wakes up. She needs to stay in the cage. Gaston still warned, knowing one reason why he did his own thing. Don't make me feel forced to eventually tie and gag her when I have something worse in plan. Should be in mind. Oh, alright then, I gotcha. as the White Lady stated, just walked to the room where Moriko was taken, leaving the other villains alone and eventually looking at Bella. Alright, Mr. Agent, you better not leave us in the dark about this, Larry stated. What's this plan of yours? Oh, about that. A small cafe was somewhere near Bond's, and it was there Mikoto was sitting in a casual way of putting one of his leg above it. What's it? Just a coffee will do, he says, but waitress makes order. Coffee, coming right up. Waitress did her duty quickly and properly and served him the coffee he wanted. Mikoto was just about to take a sip. He managed to look through the glassless window and saw Melly just standing out there, glaring at him and ruining the mood. So, what's it made of if not glass? It's a window. Hey, you want to talk? Come closer. Judge what he gestured her to come to him. And Melly just walked right onto her and grabbed onto the window and leaping straight into the cafe, and with her loud landing step to the ground. There's surely a better way to word that whole sentence. Or we could suddenly glared at her in awe. What? We just ignored all those like nothing happened, so everyone resumed to do their own activities. Everyone used this chance to approach Mikoto without even sitting down near a chair. So here you are, I take it that you're... Yeah, it would have been easy for you to guess. Mikoto finished her line of thought before she could do it so. That silly big of our leader is just ruining my style. I needed all the cow I could get. We're getting into the last stage of the game, you know. Game? Oh yeah, that. No way Melly could forget about what Mikoto was talking about. While he considered everything to be gained, this is probably his biggest, his quest to save his love. But it's something that Melly could relate a lot. She would do everything in her power to save her beloved Rio if he was ever in trouble, no matter how inadequate her strength could be. So, any progress? I'd appreciate to talk about it further. When Cassie mentioned until he suddenly tapped Melly's thigh lightly. Take your shapes behind to be seated on the chair there. And a fist quick landed into Mikoto's face while Melly eventually took the seat. Sure thing, smartass. Melly sarcastically answered and gave a snark. What next? Want me to lick your face? Did I punch too hard? Nah, it's just about right. Mikoto replied it was just worth getting punched like that. Teasing the uptight Melly. At any rate, so... Oh, you can't stand the bickering as well? Sort of, Melly shrugged. When they started ganging on Tucker, I just pretended I wasn't there by turning him miserable. But even all those yellings, wasn't me all that yelling, were grating my ears that I just had to get out silently. When Sarge, I thought at least wasting my time hearing your games can make me feel a bit better. You know, this one game is no waste of time to me, Kyoto stated suddenly in a serious tone. I will have my answers. I will get Legion restored. Look, I get you, Melly stated just as equally seriously, but she attempted to turn her face away, perhaps out of embarrassment. Not about how he somehow helped to when Long got us. She was speaking about the recent event where we were both captured by Long, and Mikoto saved Melly from being crushed down by the weight of gravity that Long used to torture her. And Melly saved him from eventually submitting to his brainwashing. I don't call myself real Sarah's love boy for nothing. If he was in Mad Legion's position, not till ever fall into that. Don't be too sure. I'll do everything in my power to save him. Good, at least we're in the same wavelength, Mikoto confirmed before eventually continued. So the situation right now is that Moko is a prisoner by the enemy. Should be prisoner of the enemy. But I have a hunch that she's still alive. If they don't need her, they would have killed her on the spot. She's just taken captive, so perhaps they have uses for her. Okay, so what are you getting at here? Melly asked. Where's Moko factored into your game? In between our team, the two of us are not exactly the cleanest, Mikoto noted. Melly understood what he said. She used to be an enemy Begeki Ranger, and he was once an evil Ab Ranger. No matter how much they're fighting a bad guy's day, those facts about their background would never change. So I think we can do some things that those guys won't even think of doing. I'm all for that. That's why I have to ask now, Melly continued. What is it that you're planning right now? Just so I can also... here's your coffee. They were interrupted by just giving the coffee Mikoto ordered. Ben took Melly. Are you also ordering, miss? Melly just looked at the waitress and went a bit silent out and flapped his weight was. Aren't you going to ask her how I'm dressed first? I'm expecting that, you know. Indeed, compared to the other customers, Melly was dressed a bit more brazily. The waitress didn't even buzz. Us. Ordering something? Alright, do you have some edible flies? Melly just gave an answer before she suddenly realised and said, wait, no, not flies. It doesn't taste good. That's alright if you don't like it. We don't serve flies anyway. Which answered Melly's face with any embarrassment of answering in such loud duty. I'll call later. I feel like ordering. She'd been fine of this. She leaned on how humans interact, but she had to go undercover to serving Rio so she could blend like a true chameleon. But she couldn't believe how dorky she acted before. It would blow any covers. This is ridiculous. He forced just looked at Mikoto slowly drinking his coffee without even bothering to act. Damn, Mikoto, you look like you're not noticing, but I'm sure you're laughing from the inside. So what is this acting you're planning? Mikoto could only gave such answer. He looked forward, not something. Mikoto, I'm talking to you. Mila raised her voice to attract everyone's attention, looking at her to the point her face reddened again. Oh, nothing to see here. Move along. Just like that, almost everyone just turned back to do their business, except one man who couldn't stop looking at her. Finally, someone who was taking notice of how daring Millie's default out was. And that man, she just gave a piercing glare that finally made the man stop looking at her. She then turned towards Mikoto again. So, I think I found our target on the outside. As Mikoto said that, Millie finally looked to the outside and saw a particular monster. A trinoid, to be exact, with features of a Nadeshiko flower, plump body made of a little chicken and surrounded with claws. Huh? What kind of monster is that? I know a trinoid when I see one, and from the looks of it, as Miguel continually pointed out, this trinoid wasn't acting like a true terrorizing monster. It was just taking a walk and acting more like a curious child. This trinoid was a bit off in the head. Looked like a wimp if you asked me, Melly added. She sensed very little fighting spirit within that monster. As I remember correctly, Lee Jewel usually took care of the trinoids well. Melly finally turned his eyes to Melly once more. So if we take advantage of that, the trinoid here was called Nadeshio Kurudo, and just like his little chick part, he's got a voice of a young boy. In fact, he wouldn't look out there like a kindergarten kid. His world's enormous and so big. I wonder if I should go get something for Miss Lejo. The chicken clucking is my own addition. His eyes came upon another child walked their mother. Too innocent to think of harming, his eyes just hopped forward happily with a nice greeting. Hey, wanna play with me? Instead of mistaking him as a man in the costume, a parent and child scream in turn and run off. Come on, lady, where's your child's healthy skepticism? Leaving Nadeshio Kurudo a bit disappointed. Man, I thought I have a good game in mind. Scream of course he attracted the attention of several men of responsibility, none other than one police. He's hiding behind another building, pulled off his phone and communicated through there. There was a suspicious being located near Cafe Heisei. Resting back, and all of a sudden, a flash of green and white ran past the police, preventing its real, but both Abe, Killer and Melee surrounding the assaulted Nadeshio Kurudo, hitting him from almost every direction, with him not being able to mount a meaningful defense. Police signs out counterfire. Looks like the Super Sentai is taking care of that. Like with the fact the police are responding to the Super Sentai. Many walks away, resuming his other duties. Ow! What curbs? Nadeshio Kurudo, although Winsley lays on the ground, his head stomped by Melee. This hurts! I never seen someone so pathetic like this. Melee tauntingly kept her press on the stomp. Are you in a fight, eh? Hey, ow! Nadeshio Kurudo yelped in pain. Let me go! Not even Miss Lejo stomps me on the head like this. I know you're a trinoid and I know Lejo. And you know what? Abe Killer then knelt looking at him. But it's even better. Better than somehow you're kind of a wimp. I've already created many trinoids, no matter how weak they were, you're even weaker. Hey! Please have mercy! Nadeshio Kurudo whimpered at that, which obviously was scared of this whole thing. Now don't worry, we won't kill you, that's why I said it's even better. Abe Killer's voice started to sound more sinister. I know Lee Jewel won't abandon her trinoid. Hey! A voice was heard, and as the two looked behind, they saw a red masked mess approach them. What's going on here? Nothing much. Abe Killer shrugged and pointed with down Nadeshio Kurudo. I just found our ticket to retrieve Momoko. Oh dear, it was Super Sentai! Nadeshio Kurudo yelped as Melly put their foot to stop him. God! But please have mercy on me. What kind of chaos are you making? Megalo asked, looking at the surrounding. There's no signs of heavy fighting. Aside of being too much of a wimpy trinoid, absolutely nothing. Melee shrugged. It has Mikoto said, want to get Momoko back, this brat is for tickets. That's cool, Ninja Black protested. What if he didn't mean any harm? Melee, I did tell you about the tale of Zaski Warasi, right? Indeed, before Melee joined the team, she did hear about the tale of the good yokai being killed due to going against its way. However, at this point, he's still well. Carrot, I know it doesn't fit your goody-goody image, but this is one of the times you have to forego that, Melee then exclaimed. Fighting dirty isn't just about unhanded strikes, it's also things like this. But I guess you do have a really good resort to do this, Redmask stated. You say something about Momoko? How is he going to guarantee that? That's a gamble we have to take for this game, Abe Killer explained. Remember, Legion will still... He'll love her Trinoid. She cares about our monsters. We can use him as a buying stick. There's no other way, Red Master he clenched his fist. One hand, seeing a helpless monster like that was cruel even for him. He knew that sometimes monsters could turn out to be innocent, but he could work it up to making CVOs of their ways. But that should be at the same time, really couldn't think of anything else to save Momoko. This game seems like it's worth the risk. Deck Blue suddenly raised his opinion. Auto deck changes happen quite a lot on our line due to the SPD officers, but it's a viable strategy. But Hoji turns to try to warn about their course of action. And do we have any other way to reclaim Momoko when we don't know how to get to her normally? Deck Blue defended. Don't even say to storm the enemy castle, it's suicidal. Impossible. Here, at least some of you have a sense of game. Abigail and Nolan suspects before turning towards Red Mask again. What's it going to be? I warn you though, if we're in this, we should do this together. I don't want your bickering to ruin our game. Got it? Decker Blue and Ninja Black was silent a bit. It was true that they still held a lingering resentment of being abandoned by their leader before. But if Abe Killer said it like that, this could be the only chance. After a few moments of silence, they eventually nodded. Looking at them, nodded one by one. Red Mask, Teta Ranger, and Miguel nodded as well. I'm guessing that's understood to say they were nodding one by one, but it was very confusingly written. Just a question though, Miguel suddenly raised objection. How are you going to send that challenge to them? I don't think we have a way to hack into their screen. As if things are getting very coincidental, suddenly Nadasi occurred aloud. Oh, came to save me? Help me, please! It's obviously a call for help, but it came from somewhere near. It was of no problem for Melee to spot the source. A barman and a soldier trying to sneak on them. There's a note missing. It's been at least a long time, quickly wrapping it to the soldier's neck and pulling him closer to her before grabbing to her neck. Well, look what I caught. A messenger. As Momoko started to open her eyes, he slowly gazed upon the bone gauge put into. I feel rather weak. What happened? Shaking her head to try to recall what has happened. It all came to her head quickly enough. She exerted herself too much once again on an order to defeat a yokai. That yokai gave her one swan song attack, but it weakened her tremendously. She was shortly after severely beaten by one image to remember the last. That was Kiros. This means, as she looked around, she noted it was a similar structure. It brought back some of her bad memories when Long manipulated and eventually brainwashed her. Pandora Castle. Damn it, I'm caught. Sighing, she's about to slump back into sitting position and don't notice there's something in her head. I'm asking Briggs is still intact? Well, if anything, Rico smirked. Bare mistake for her capture let her keep her transformation device intact. Therefore, she raised herself, at the very least, the cage was tall enough for her to stand. Oh, a mask! But just see lowered her body, attempting to jump, the bones forming the cage reacted. They shot out lightning bolt that struck her surrounding, which she had to cancel her attempt to morph. Oh no! In the end, even she had to swallow a bit of pill, she stuck there. Something, however, bugged her mind, so I can't transform here. Yet, why do I feel like there's more of an anti-transforming measure within this cage? Oh, so that's what it does. It does. Suddenly a voice was heard along with the sound of footsteps. As Momoko looked around, saw Lee Jewel walk towards her. Transformation useless, and basically you're as good as helpless here. Moko's memory is a bit hazy, but she still remembered such woman when she was brainwashed by Long. Just they didn't interact much, she hadn't made an appearance against her afterwards, so she couldn't grasp her identity. Who are you? You can call me Lee Jewel, the disciple of light. Lee Jewel herself with a bow, albeit a bit mocking. But if you think you can escape from here, you should probably abandon that fort. Lee Jewel, Moko's mind raced, trying to remember she heard the name from three things. She was, after all, briefed about what the others faced when she arrived in this strange world. After a few seconds thinking, finally the name became familiar to her. There is the one Mikoto referred to as his lover, and she's brainwashed. Looking at her face, Momoko knew this kind of brainwash seemed far worse than what she went through. However, that was still the same deal. She didn't want anyone else to suffer, as the two missing, the same similar fate with her. But how should she act about this? Her interactions have been so far minimal. However, she did have just one thing she could at least speak of, so that's what she would say for a moment. You were in a relationship with Nakitai Mikoto, weren't you? Mikoto? Who are you referring to? Lee Jewel confidently answered, surprised Momoko. Stuff Markor? No, it couldn't be. Perhaps it just intensified the brainwash in that case. Abe Killer? The White Abba Ranger? Momoko attempted to answer normally. To her surprise, she received a normal answer, but not exactly as she hoped. Oh, I think I know that guy. I faced him several times in a battle. Me in a list of an enemy like that? Are you high? Actually, he kind of told me about a small event we need to on a boat. Moko did recall about that during one of the times because he said his passive leads over the rest of the team, but he's under the guise so that the team knows against him. Rowing together and you calling him Miko-sama? Ichigo grumbled haste. Okay, what kind of lies is he going to throw at me next? What if it's trying to round me off? Hand was shaking annoyed for some reason, even Moko noticed that. Did I actually hit on something? Moko asked. Deep down you did remember, do you? Otherwise your hands wouldn't be shaking. It was about time suddenly a black metal was materialized from Lido's staff when launched, heading straight to Moko and wrapping her head just on the bar out of mouth, effectively gagging her and also wrapped towards one of the bones caged behind her. Moko attempted to peel the metal bar, but some reason she felt a bit weak. More naturally, why do I feel like my stomach's being sat over? Oh, so I don't feel a thing, Lido yelled at Moko. Are you nuts? Me about so-called Mikoto rowing together in a boat, me calling him Miko-sama? In hell I was. And suddenly Lido froze on her face. Hell, Miko-sama, boat. Oh, she suddenly fell on her knees and her head started to ache in her face. Ah! She dropped her staff and clutched her head. Moko basically stopped trying to peel off the metal gag to witness how Lido were having a headache fit. Forgetting about her sap tempo. Miko-sama, Mikoto, gate, shield, planes, master, In pain, Lido remembered several items that Moko had caught on. Gate, shield, planes, master. At that time, that eventually the headache fit ended. Lido looked at Sugar and before she could stand up, the door opened and Gasto entered. Lido, what are you doing? I just got a small headache, that's all. Lido honestly finally got on her 2 feet. Oh, Gastoko nodded before he looked at Moko and quickly glanced back to Lido. You know, I have something to tell you, but this comes first. Then coughed a bit before bellowing around and yelled. Why in the world did you just gag her? What? Lido obviously couldn't take such yell right in front of her face as he backed away while covering her ears. And Gastoko finally scared her mouth. Lido finds able to rhyme at. So what did she talk too much? Very hard to do. I don't need to tie and gag as my captain. Even if I'm a yokai and you just had to ruin this occasion. Gastoko wrote back. I better be special yokai gauge this. I know you're going to tie and gag her. I would have used something else. Back wrong tense. I knew it. There's more in method. Ever spent me transforming here. Moko caught tomorrow quickly mocked Gastoko saying, this was it though. So words that caused me this headache. Lido shot back French aside. Forget about that, but something you need to tell me? Yeah, fine. But one of your soldiers came back with a report about your trinoid. Gastoko finally was able to zoom with the true purpose of his entrance to the room. Well, you're not going to like this. The Super Sentai caught him. But what? Lido Sensor. She really took care of the trinoids as long as they live. I wouldn't be sad if they died in battle. Still take good care of them as long as they live. But understand, man, we've got to save him. If he's out of my trinoid like that. They did send out a challenge to us according to that Barmir soldier. Gastoko continued trying to stay calm as possible, as opposed to Lido was starting to get a bit too riled up. He even gave us a promised location. Challenge? The nerve of both creeps, Lido continued. Fine, I'm not scared. I better do their work, and I'm not going to let them walk away like this. Worry not, it's all according to plan. Gastoko's voice then turned sinister. And we do have our bargaining chip over there. Then turned towards Moko, followed with Lido. Me? Bargaining chip? And the two being approached cage Moko was in, assured that he would play a part of their scheme. There was one voice in there, even beyond the cast over his face. First get that Eustace gag off! In open coy, the two forces of good and evil stood face to face, both of them having placed their hostages into cages of their own making. All major players are standing on their respective sides, knowing how tense the situation is. Using hostages to sink this low for supposedly straight-laced heroes like you. Bella took notice. He looked at Odo, trembling in fear of his cage. I wonder if the standards have been lowered for you. Of course, and you have people like me and this guy over here, Malay complied while also pointing to the killer. Standards have been lowered. But we don't really care, actually. Miguel shrugged to add up and assure the team, and eventually pointed to the cage where Moko was being held. Already freed but caged, trying her best to put a brave face. She was not scared at all, but for some reason didn't feel well. All we care about is whether we'll be able to get our friend back. Some camaraderie you have, Kira taunted. You weren't even part of our original team. How do you lot beyond Red Mask start to even care? I don't think of your personality you'll even be able to comprehend. Red Mask shook his head before he turned his voice to a rather serious note. Let me try to make this clear. No harms will be done to Moko. We start this with unnecessary bloodshed as soon as possible. Does he mean without? Does he intend to kill someone here? Clear. Sibling is about to answer, but the moment Red Mask spoke, he spends something ominous coming from his body. It's like he was emitting an aura to one it should really cost him. What this pressure I feel? Then looked at Lammy, nudging her with her elbow to know. Maybe we should be careful about Mad Red Mask. Do you feel something odd within him? Yeah, a bit. Maybe you can relax a bit. Lammy tried to ease her off by pointing the key to Moko is being held. That's what hostages are for, you know. Okay, before we go on, let me ask you something. Lijo stepped up and stood forward. What have you done to my poor little Nadeshio Kordo? But, Abigail must always courage to act like he didn't care. He knew that his goal was to restore Lijo's memory. For a moment, he had to act like he didn't care. It was all for his games. When I looked back in prison street, I know, I do wonder. Even his words and his sense of tone, it brought back severe memories of Nadeshio Kordo, who ended up holding the bars with cage tightly begging, help me, Mr. Lee Joel. This guy had been me up so stouty I could cry. Shut up, Abigail shouted. He turned toward Nadeshio Kordo, put his head rather forward about his in range. Abigail had a punch him in the face, which knocked him down to the corner of the cave. Did I even give you permission to talk, Trask? There's something in there. Hey! Or perhaps you want another beating? Abigail went threatened further. I do wonder how long a trash like you can withstand my beating when I activate my airplane mode. Help me! The trash he just about by achievement given to a Trinoid. Then made the hands of preparing magical cow to be launched to Sentai. Why you? I can only tolerate this ruthless act for so. Remotely just said such things, starting with said things about a certain figure. The figure was kind to her, but absolutely ruthless towards everyone else. She knew that man. I'm trying to remember the person brought pain to her head for some reason. And started holding her in pain. It worked. Terry was really surprised and saw the event that transpired. On the other hand, Abigail didn't even flinch, causing her to reach out for him. Mikoto, it should have been your chance. May, on the other hand, Deku's stopped her. This looked like how he's playing his game. Don't interfere. But obviously Terry was disturbed. After all, it was his boy of love. Such display of cold indifference from the two to perceive his lovers did not sit well for her. Trust him. And into black added up to Deku's destiny, though he had to make clear, as in, believe in him. Terra Ranger managed to calm down and step back a bit, but was annoyed for another thing. Did I know what bad means in English? Master Blades. Pains were getting more severe at least was back on her knees afterwards. However, Red Mask caught on what was going on. Master, as he talked about Batman, see. Lijo! Sibling couldn't take it anymore and she broke Lijo. This is too much for you, you can rest in our base. The others will take care of the rest. Yeah, this is getting nowhere. Larry and then turned towards Gasadoko. Hey, you know anything to quicken this negotiation? Why are you asking me? Gasadoko defended himself by pointing to Bella. Why don't you ask the agent? I know about what this cage does to its inhabitants. What the cage does? Redmask said in surprise when he looked at the cage holding Momoko. He did notice that it didn't look like anything normal, and yet Momoko looked like she was really running out of breath, like her life force was being sucked out of her. Oh, indeed, we knew this would come to pass. But I also had Gasadoko collaborate with me to make this yokai cage. The cage that drained the life force of anyone inhabiting it. And especially if you use Super Sentai, we had one way to prevent it from transforming while inside. The cage draining the life of those inhabiting it. Minyo grunted in anger after hearing its description, looking at how Momoko looked wearier and wearier. Has been like this since he was back in the surface of Earth. Momoko felt like her body was something around his sickness. No, in fact it's been gradually like that since he woke in the cave. She has been getting into a rather weird and extremely high fever, but even her attempt to speak was futile. Her body had grown weak, very weak, but all she could do was to just stay there, supported with both hands on the floor, all while her body was sweating all over the place. I can't speak, my body refused to obey my mind like this. Daku, everyone, Momoko! The ranger called out, instead of how she was in pain. On the other hand, Red Mask stayed silent. Nobody seemed to notice that he was clenching his fist so hard he attempted to his anger at how his friend was treated. Oh, and we are in such a rush now to have a friend like that, so would you kindly let go of your prisoner, or else? Abrella then pulled a remote switch from his cave and pressed it. You will hurt her more, you know. At this point, the pain intensified within Momoko. Her mouth was open, she was about to scream in pain, but nothing came out. Her arms weakened further, they were unable to support her body anymore. She collapsed to the ground, trembling weakly as the temperature of her body rose to another level of hot. I wondered just how long it would take for her. Abella's comment was refusal to avoid emotions. There was a slight of interest, though, trying to find out how long it would take until her body spat on its own. Yeah, if she could speak right now, I bet she's working so hard I'd instead tie her and gag her. Gastoku also looked at how weak Mogo's become. You bastards! His cold word came out from Red Mask, but he stepped forward alone, surprising practically everyone. Not just Lammy and Sibylline, who felt the ominous aura that came from him beforehand. Even his allies was stunned. The display of power, Lammy commented in her mind. Fellow martial arts, she knew this kind of feeling. However, what Red Mask came out was something even beyond her level. Even real Sam would have trouble to face up. What are you doing? Abella stepped back, pretty overwhelmed with the aura that seemingly emitted Red Mask. If you do anything funny, go on, press that button more. Red Mask threatened further as he took a slow step forward menacingly. I dare you. You know you're kind of daring to see your friend die. Even Kyo was having trouble keeping his composure. Eventually managed to shout, but you're in range! Suddenly snapped finger and 5 unless swords suddenly bursted out from the ground, their weapons ready. In 5 directions they rushed towards Red Mask. Oh no! Ambush! Into the brackets flamed and shot, but it would have been something that a ninja would do. Dagaru! However, Red Mask just skillfully jumped like he already read their movements even before they attempted to strike him. At that point, the younger soldiers were in one place. Before he could separate, Red Mask positioned himself on the ground through one seemingly normal punch, and in the same time also stomped the ground in 1 feet. But 2 ends were improperly used, and the singular form of feet is foot. And in 1 punch, all 5 unglers were blown away from him, smashing through a nearby hill and making a rather big crater on it. Ground he stomped on all sides of a severe crack, and shortly after the impact, it revealed that each unglers had a hole within their bodies, but before eventually exploded. Everyone that watched were in complete silence and shock. This is what Red Mask was capable of. Was an improved god hand? He didn't say anything, so it might as well be a normal punch. For some reason, Malevolous strength seemed to have gone up the charts. Who's next? At that point, even Umbrella just dropped the switch he was holding. The fear was too much for him at this point. Even a punch from Red Mask would be really deadly. Even Kyrus and Gashtoko also frozen in fear, witnessing such feats. Crap, I think we're gonna have to rethink our strategy. Right, guys? Kyrus suggested to rest. Agreed, Lammy added. But besides, Legion needs to rest. Should just something happen to her when he returned? I get it, I outed already. Abella hurried to say so. He looked at the Yokai Corps representative. Get that woman out and mend the exchange, now! When he looked at both Lammy and Sibylline, holding Legio that was still on the verge of losing their contest. And you, get her away from here! Got it! Gastok of Lammy and Sibylline answered in unison, also struck in fear of how Red Mask displayed such fearsome strength. Gastok then proceeded to slash apart at the Yokai cage and got the unconscious Mocha out. And then put on Kyo's shoulder. You do it, you're more connected with her history. Fine then. Kyo's Anthony carried the unconscious Moko forward. But Dane Sora still came off from Red Mask, but even Kyo's knew he shouldn't play any dirty tricks with his boy. It was too early to act rash and be overconfident with his skills. He just walked slowly. It's like they're playing to our terms, Deku commented as he saw Kyo's laying Moko to the ground in front of Red Mask, backing away slowly. And doing his deep he rocked and smashed away the cage's lock on the cage's car. What? Go on. Are you? Nadeshio Kudo, he asked, still a bit unsure of what's going on to happen next. Of all the people, he was the one most affected. You served your purpose, Abe Killer said coldly. Now get out of my sight. Of course, if you want to be beaten again, Melly suddenly added, cracking knuckles, I'll be happy to give an next to you. Eee! With fear overwhelming him, as the Shio Kudo then got back on his feet and ran off, away from the cage where he was held. Mogo! Red Mask picked the unconscious Mogo up. The body temperature was rather high, but as he felt it was gradually getting lower and lower. He just walked towards Fence. Taku, how is Mogo? Fence came to him and greeted him for his job well done. She's fine, getting better. His auntie noticed that even his friends were still keeping his distance. Either you're still mad at me or... I don't think that was the case, Terry didn't answer. Just for a moment I thought you were... Oh, sorry, I meant to say my display of power scared you, Red Mask guessed. But no, we're not scared. Melly tried to deny her team in Shio's own. Just surprised. That's all, really. In the same time, surprisingly, Abel's first welcome Nadeshio Kodo with open arms. It's only him, Gasadoko and Kiros there, as Lamin Sibilena has returned to the Bandora cast treat on, leaves you with fit of headache. Ah, Mr. Abella, were you scared, Nade? Abella embraced him but stopped to speak midway, even he stumbled a bit about something, his name or Trinoid animal. I mean, Trinoid, sorry, the name is too complicated. Anyway, were you scared? Oh, I was so scared. Nadeshio Kodo felt like he could cry as well. Even the cords around me were trembling. Oh, you're such a chicken, gasped Dogagon, shrugging. I see, so you were scared, which means it never is Bell's intended to be an assuring figure. In fact, it's being wise. The drug I gave you should have worked right now. The drug? Eh? Nadeshio Kodo was stopped. Indeed, shortly after being created, he didn't remember much Abella offered him a syrup to celebrate his birth for some reason. Never would have expected that Abella would have slipped something. Train of thought quickly stopped the drug started to take effect. He started to groan for entering pain. What the? Killers Ben shot his sword at him. Hey, Bat, what the hell's going on here? You got drugs to maintain how it works? Ah, yes, it was a massive gamble on my part, but all in all, it worked well. Might have to thank Red Mask for that. Abella then noticed Nadeshio Kodo was left rolling on the ground, writhing in pain, as suddenly his body started to grow some severe muscles that would cause cord around his body started to tap. See, the drug I gave him was called Phobos X, a drug that bestowed incredible strength for more users, inflicted fear. The more scared users, the more potent the drug will become, which is why I suggested to Legio to create a scaredy cat monster like him. You weren't that specific when you briefed that to us, Gasadoga commented about. It's true they were briefed about how the plan worked, but they missed out some details. All he said, Edward, just about turning self into great power. At that point, Nadeshio Kodo was no longer able to speak, but only raw and angry as he now stood. His muscles enlarged in a rather disproportionate size. What the? The mouse noticed what went on, but on the complete the transformation, even he was stunned how a monster. Drug works, but I have to guess, Deckblue says it to Bella. Looking at how he acted, I can guess it's what he does best. You guys stay here. Not that my strength can handle this fully. Red Macken stepped forward, paying back. Very least, please make sure Moko is safe to go to the colours. Just in case, he brought something from somewhere his friends couldn't see and revealed the Super Sentai ball. When he tossed it to his friends before walking to a fight. We should also take our leave, you two, Abella suggested to his remaining eyes. Trying with the drug in effect will have no distinction between allies or enemies, but at the very least, I think he will be able to match Red Mask at this point. It would have been interesting to see Red Mask and his new strength crushed, but oh well. Kira shook a step back. Enjoy your death by this scaredy cat, that super skent, and die as soon as all three of them vanished while walking away. Gah! Nadeshio Kodo then clenched his fist and blew a pot runs towards Red Mask. Or he could feel the gust, even he could feel a gust of wind blowing with a single punch. And it was not a skilled move, but it was a powerful one that it would be dangerous to get hit with it. All I could do was to dodge and find an opening. I had to finish with a flash, bare weakness I can exploit. As the battle continued for quite some time, Red Mask still hasn't managed to find a weak spot. However, he still gave his best to fight, mostly dodging his attacks. His friend Watsy fought intensely. Taku was on the defensive. This way I don't know, but he might tie himself. In his back commented, why didn't he go on the offensive? He's trying to show us something? Whatever it is, I don't care. Deku much he stood up. There is something I've learned from this whole thing. I think you felt that too, Jiraiya. What? I think the Black was about to say something but tied the battle chains. Nadeshio Kodo was able to launch both his fists in a way that Red Mask couldn't dodge. All he could do was to block, and even with his strength he couldn't push the Trinoid back. Even with all his newfound strength he was put on a pinch. He might have his reasons, but he would unleash hell for the sake of his friend. Maybe he left before, but I can't afford to doubt him after this. It's Deckblue has seen how Red Mask played such intense load to his friend, but he went along with such a lowly task of hostage exchange, explaining such approaches all in order to protect his friends, and in the end he wanted to make sure that his friend was safe first before he went to battle. That sentence could have been worded better. All he did was to prepare, we didn't need a to there, his SB lighted and SWAT mode on. Now equipping the SWAT mode vest and devolver, Deckblue stepped forward. Let's do this. Cat Ninja Black nodded agreement, and while holding his Kakre Maru sheet on his back, two of them ran forward. Deku then jumped to the side to get a clear view on Nadeshio Kodo and eventually fired a barrage of bullets with his D-revolver, orange and black to his Kakure and slashed one of the arms of Nadeshio Kodo. While he didn't cut the arm off, he still pushed on anyway. You guys, Red Master explained in surprise seeing the two of him. Why are you on defensive like this? Ninja blast him. Well, I fought for a weak point, Red Master's answered while still holding up a pressure from Nadeshio Kodo's fist. Maybe you should stop thinking too much about it, Deku shouted to him while still continuing to fire with the revolver. You have something he doesn't have. You should have taken advantage of that. Something he doesn't have. And Red Master pondered about that. All of a sudden, Abigail leapt right onto Nadeshio Kodo's shoulder. Fabric mode already on, swept through with his spikes and began to slice through him continuously from the back. And his face was kicked and drilled by Melee that dove right afterwards. But you have some people too bored for staying still and wanting a piece of the fight too. Oh, Melee exclaimed while continuing the drill, eventually changing into repeated kicks on the head. With all these, even these seemed to be not enough. In the same time, eventually Momoko regained consciousness. What? And the first thing to do was eventually finally had enough strength to speak. Momoko, thank goodness you're okay, Terran exclaimed greedily. May, Chisato, Momoko muttered, but she could speak, her body was still covering her strength, but she couldn't move a lot, let alone help fighting. Damn. It's alright, Momoko, just rest for a bit, I think we can take it from here, Mega Yellow says she picked up a Super Sentai ball. Pretty sure Taku left this for a reason. About a Super Sentai ball, but Momoko then looked at how the battle went on, and how tough and powerful Nadeshio Kodo became. I'm not sure if a shot from the 7 of you can handle that kind of power. We can't risk on Igo's warning further, Terry told her. Don't worry, a bit should be okay. Not the first time sorry I've staved him long enough. Please tell us as Momoko. I'm not sure if this would work. The sound of Terry's voice seemed sure perhaps it would work out. Okay, best of luck then, Momoko said. Right, Sato, are you ready? Terry then looked at Miguel who already put on the Mega Sling on her hand. Ready when you are. Right. Terry just said to toss a ball on the sky and eventually to us. You guys, get ready for a ball. Mega Sling! But Mega aimed the sling upwards and shot it to the Super Sentai ball, launching it upwards. Taro! Terry then leapt upwards as high as he could and shot the Taro downwards, hitting the ball as it was launched downward, which was then intercepted by Abe Killer that swept his spikes upwards while jumping, hitting the ball so. My turn! Suddenly Deku stopped shooting and instead drew his D-rod. Then jumped and slashed it downward. That Ninja Black noticed that the ball was heading to him and then stopped to put his Kakei Mars in Nadeshio Kodo's hand and jumped for a rising slash, once again launching his Super Sentai ball upwards. This time Melee suddenly used her feet to vault off Nadeshio Kodo's head and eventually Red Mask had to stop pushing back and suddenly leapt behind. The push uncontested, suddenly Nadeshio Kodo pushed himself too far but he collapsed to the ground because of it. In the same time, Melee just kicked the Super Sentai ball downwards, which headed to Red Mask. Not even saying anything, Red Mask launched a punch while he also stomped on the ground with one feet. Again, the singular of feet his foot. The same punch that he used to destroy the 5 Unglers in one blow. And all from the concentrating the Super Sentai ball. Launched ahead and put down Nadeshio Kodo and trying not to destroy. Surely parts of Scaredy Cat's self was still where Endeavour approached him. It was pure fear that didn't get the chance to be translated into strength, but he felt that he was going to die. Fortunately, there was nothing he could do. Simply the time was to be defeated exploded. With this case completo. Dick Blue muttered eventually with Team Regroup. Good job everyone. Red Mask notified 2 the rest. We didn't interfere maybe. No sweat. Ninja Black replied quickly enough. We're a team, it's what we should be doing. Well, still, Red Mask was still able to apologise about leaving the team behind. I have to use reminders to do so later. Can we do it from our base? By Momoko no less. There's a lot I have to report. Momoko! Red Mask exclaimed as he approached her. Glad to see you okay. Whatever way he said those words made me a bit curious. Wait, report? I didn't just sit there and captively not doing anything. I managed to get some keywords that might be useful for Mikoto over here in his game. Momoko answered confidently. I should have plugged my ears and tied me up. Well, while talking about them could be a bit Abigail noted before he really got to the actual point. I'm more interested to listen to those keywords he said to be useful. Well, I mentioned some things he did back Legion and she got a headache. Eventually we had to take the discussion right inside Bonds when everyone else had demorphed and gathered in the meeting room. Gate Shield and Planesmaster? Shutter said the key words Mirko's gone. How does that relate to? If you mean Sheol, don't you mean the gate that Mikoto used to enter this world? As someone who was heavily involved with opening that gate, May knew it too well, as he was almost sacrificed to open that gate, and had to witness a horrific killing to an enemy of the stupid Sentai, courtesy of Long. But shortly after Mikoto arrived in the gate, he eventually joined the team. I wonder if it has something to do with Legion. Don't think we should get back to that place, do I, Benai? If it's bad easy, what about the Plains Master part? Please let Mikoto enter within a mountain within an island, not some sort of open plain, but I won't rule out the chance that there's only one Sheol, Hoji Benai. What does that mean? Well, it's possible, but what does Master lead into? Melio started her peace of mind. So the pieces are coming together. Kyoto must have felt they were putting up parts of the puzzle. And maybe she'll have something to do with Legio's recovering more. I am getting close. Takeru was silent. You might know what that master meant, but even he couldn't say anything about it. Takeru? Logo's always brought away from science. Everything okay? But don't worry about me, I'm fine. Takeru stayed forward, joining in the discussion. So about my take on this. Yes, Kyoto's plans are coming together. The restoration of Legio would be just one of the steps they have to take if they want to defeat the bad guys. Can they pull it off? Fight on, Super Sentai. You're getting close. Meanwhile, in Madora Castle, as the villains recuperate from their last battle, figuring a new strategy to fight off the new Takeru, suddenly the door opened and a familiar golden-haired figure entered. I knew that without me you couldn't even grasp victory, but with me and my new knowledge, victory is assured. That night, when everyone was asleep, Takeru woke up alone. Silently got out of his room and exited Bonds. A few steps from it, Takeru informed his hand seal, unleashing his aura power to the ground. On there, another underground path was revealed, and in there was a wide, dark training ground where there were several candles. I'm sorry guys, but I have to do this alone. As Takeru undressed himself on his upper clothes and equipped a training pants, he then picked up a big item, a skeletal armor, put it on, even if it caused him a lot of pain. The same armor Daigo put on him for his special training. This time he put on Millie. Gathering all his might and strength, he repeated the hellish training that caused him a lot of pain. In exchange, it would give him great power. As he trained, what Daigo said to him rang in his mind. The technique you need to master to defeat the Infinite Dragon is something you cannot tell anyone else. Not even your allies. That's why you have to train alone without anyone knowing. Otherwise, the Aura Master will not grant you the audience. Only by meeting this Aura Master that you stand a chance to learn the technique and eventually defeat the Infinite Dragon for good. Continued to throw his fist and hone his technique with this training condition. For the sake of one technique to eventually defeat Long, you would have to take this chance. Perhaps there'd be a chance to repeat a similar mistake like before, but he's willing to risk it. I can do this! No, I must do this! To be continued. Author's note. Whew! So Mikoto's about to enter the last stage of his plan to save Mikoto. Okay, but no. Hey, that's a bit confusing, but bear in mind Legio's real name is Mikoto. Whereas Taku's absent in the last chapter because not telling his friend apparently has something to do with the key on beating Long for good, as far as Daigo told him. Who is the Aura Master and how they play a part in beating Long? Mystery deepens. Yeah, most of the chapter took kind of long because I have to be careful with the myth I'm building for this fic. But anyway, after this, the recap episode and more surprises have been. Leave your comments and review and stay tuned. Okay, this was a bit of a rather shorter episode chapter than I'm used to, with a simple plot, but that did help make it all the more surprising with Itaku's big reveal. So yeah, join us next time for the final chapter of this fic that got published. It's pretty much dead at this point. I don't know about it'll be uploaded, but I hope to do it before the end of the year. See you then.